Hi guys, this is Rusty78609. I'm just out for a little drive here in near Carrizozo. We're going to go left here. I just did a little driving thing, and I'm going to add one more video just for flavor, and I'll post it when I get the urge. But anyway, what I wanted to touch on is, and I think I'm going to title this video something to the effect that how did the wireless providers train us to text instead of talk to each other? Okay? It's amazing. I mean, 15 years ago, phones were used to talk to people. All right? And 10 years ago, still, most of them were used to talk to people. But I have to tell you what they're used for now. It ain't to talk to anybody, or rarely. And if you do talk to somebody, it's a artificial intelligence answering thing. So, you know, I mean, I just wonder, you know, I guess humans will lose, you know, the human of the future won't have a mouth, or they won't have vocal cords. They'll gradually deteriorate. Is that good or bad? I'm not arguing whether this is good or bad, and I see the video shaking like crazy because this little road's kind of rough. Maybe we'll get over this in a second. But yeah, there we go. Maybe it's smoothing out a little bit now. Apologize for that, but we'll see. Maybe my next phone will have image stabilization if I can afford it and all that stuff. But anyway, back to texting. I've got two sons, a grandson, and a sister, two sisters, and I rarely talk to any of them. I did talk to my younger sister every now and then, but she keeps up with me, you know, watching the videos that I do, so there's no reason for her to call me, or really me to call her, because she knows what I'm doing pretty much all the time anyway, so that pretty much stops that conversation, okay? Now, for the boys, two boys that I have, do they call? No. I get a text every now and then, or else I'll get one son sends me some pictures when he's out and about with his dogs. He goes out a lot with his dogs, which I think is great. But the human voice, I love to hear the human voice. I do. I like to talk to people. And of course, that's the generation I grew up in. You know, people sat around and talked about crap. You know, it didn't have to mean anything. It was just fun to talk. And but I guess, and if none of you have had this experience, well, I apologize for boring you with this, but I'm kind of venting a little bit because it's a little bit of an adjustment, and I don't want to do it. In other words, I don't want to stop talking to my children or my family members because it's, quote, more convenient to send a text. And it is. I admit it's more convenient to send a text. I do it every now and then myself, but not all the time. I mean, you know, and if I call one of my, well, I won't mention which, but anyway, if I call some people and leave a message, or just, you know, call and they'll see a missed call, you know, you think they'd have the courtesy to call me back, particularly if I leave a message. Well, that doesn't happen either. Rarely, okay, rarely. Or it'll be 2 or 3 days later after the event that I was concerned about has already passed. So, texting. I mean, it's just amazing. I mean, I talked to a realtor this morning. I called her on the phone, okay, and we talked. Okay, of course, she answered the phone because she has a monetary interest in answering the phone. But anyway, I told her I was looking at one of her properties, and she said, well, she'd drive over there because I had walked over there. It was in Capitan, New Mexico. Anyway, a few minutes later, I get a text. It says, on the way. You know, and I realize that's convenient. Okay, that's very convenient. But years ago, we actually would have called and said, hey, I'm on my way. Okay, thanks, guy. I'll catch you later. You know, you'd heard a human voice. Now you don't. You just see digits. And none of that has any emotion. No, there's no feeling there. You know what I mean? It's just a dry stack of letters, and then you get into this code. You know, LOL, IMG, or GDT, MOK, HDM. You know, I don't care about all that. You know, if you got something to say, say it. I mean, Jesus Christ. Even on the comments, I get that. And I don't know many of them. I mean, I know LOL means laugh out loud, I guess. IMO means in my opinion. But other than that, there's not very many that I know about or care about. I don't want to learn Morse code to communicate with humans. All right? But, you know, it looks like this old dinosaur is going to be forced into doing that. because that's the way we communicate now. That's just about it. But anyway, this is a beautiful area here, and you know, it's. I thought I had somebody come by the RV today at the RV park because I was half napping. I just finished reading a little book, and I was kind of had my eyes closed just for a few seconds, and I must have dozed off. Maybe I dozed off and just dreamed this, but I swear I heard somebody tapping at the door and saying, "Is anybody here?" And by the time I got to the door, which is about 30 seconds at the most, they were gone, and I looked around the RV park and I didn't see anybody. So if somebody came by the RV park in Capitan to visit with me and I missed you, well, I'm sorry, because I was there. I was just in the no zone. Maybe I was mentally going to send you a text, okay? I didn't want to talk. I love talking. I mean, I think it's the greatest thing since fried chicken, you know? But here we come into Capitan, my home for the summer. Not bad, guys, not bad, not bad. This is the hottest part of the summer. Right now it's about 86 maybe, and yeah, but it's so dry. You know, if you're in a shaded area and you've got a fan moving, you're fine. You're fine. You're evaporating, but you're fine. And I also went to the grocery store and got me some groceries today, and my full week worth of groceries cost me $15 and something cents. Yep, that is amazing, because I go to that deli and today they had it was like it was a stew, but it was more like a soup, and yeah, it looked good. They give me a taste, and it's good stuff. I mean, I thought, yeah, we can do that. So I got me a pint of soup, and then I got me some I got one baked chicken breast, so I can cook, because I can make salads using that, or sandwiches either. And but anyway, I'm headed back to the RV park. When I get there, I'll end the video, and that'll be that. I also accidentally, for the 80th, you know, I've got a cover on my phone, okay, that's supposed to protect it. Well, I was getting in the truck a while ago, and it slipped out of my pocket and fell on the ground. It didn't do much damage, but it ain't pretty anymore. The screens have some little spider web cracks in it. So will I have to replace it? Oh, I don't know. I mean, yeah, if I'm going to replace it, I ought to go all in on one of those fancy phones. But God, I hate to do that. I do. You know, I don't need that. You know, for me to have, you know, like a Google Pixel or a Samsung something S9 or whatever they are, an Apple 20 or whatever, you know, for me to have something like that is like a dump truck hauling a spoonful of dirt. You know, I don't use most of that stuff. I don't. So I'm going to try to pull in here like this today at more of an angle, because what I'm trying to do is get out of the way. There's a highline wire that runs east and west, and if you get right under it in your vehicle, the birds will just load your car up with poo-poo, and I don't like that. But anyway, guys, from Capitan, this is your man, Rusty. Thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye. And texting, I don't know, but that's the way it is. Get on, get off, get out the hell out of the way, because it's the way it is. You know, I've even had people say, I can't stand to talk on the phone. All right, I hear you. But anyway, adios, amigos. Thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye. Buy anything your little heart desires. But if you think about it, use the link to Amazon products in the description of my videos. I sincerely appreciate it. Drink plenty of water, stretch, walk. You know, do all those things to keep yourself healthy, okay? And eat right. Do those good things. But anyway, guys, adios. Bye-bye.